Hi, I'm Adolfo Fontan III, also known as Isis Vermouth. What kind of man am I? I'm definitely still a man. When I get on stage and I'm dressed up, it's just a performance. I don't want to be a woman. I don't want to live as a woman. I don't want to get my chopped off. Gender illusionist or drag queen is a gay man that has too much style for either gender. My childhood was pretty crazy. I had a very strange family. I had a lot of gay people. My mom was very accepting about all different kinds of lifestyles, but at the same time, living in Florida was very suppressive because it was a very conservative state. I wanted to go to art school. I wanted to do art. I wanted to perform. I was born in Air Force Hospital, Langley Air Force, Virginia. I moved to New York City when I was 2. I lived in the city between my grandparents' houses, and then I moved to Saugerties, New York when I was probably about 4. My mom had my brother and my sister, and we all lived in Saugerties until I was about in 3rd grade. I moved to Kingston, and I lived in Kingston for most of my life. My parents had split up when I was in 3rd grade, so my mom was dating another man, and they decided they want to get married, but they didn't want to live in New York anymore. So they moved, and I moved with them, of course, to Florida, northern Florida, which is very prejudiced. I didn't like it there very much. My mom was always very supportive. I watched Tu Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar with my mom when I was very younger, and she said to me, "I love you no matter what, you know that, Adolfo," and I think that was when my mom realized that I was special. I went to a school called Rutherford High School, and that's in Panama City, Florida. And after I graduated from there, 3 days after I graduated, I moved to New York because I wanted to go to art school, but I definitely couldn't afford to go to art school, so I basically lived on my own for 2 years before I got enough money, and I got grants and stuff, and I went away to art school, and I did advertising and graphic design, which is kind of leading to the publicity of the Hudson Valley The Dolls, which is a group that me and my friends put together of drag queens. And I designed the website, the t-shirts, the buttons, the postcards. I talked to all of the newspapers when they call for interviews, and I put together all of our shows. I'm also the promoter manager. My first performance was very nerve-wracking. I did a practice run of the performance I was going to do at a club called Vermouth in Newburgh, and I don't think I looked very good then. I chose a kind of liqueur called Vermouth, and my cat's name is Isis, so I named myself Isis Vermouth. I think I'm going on about 2 years performing. It's definitely stressful because it definitely takes a toll on your face, shaving and putting 3 pounds of makeup on so that you look like a woman. But I always say that I'm going to quit doing it, but then people offer me a lot of money, and so I do it. I guess I'm kind of a hoe to the performance art. So that's why I say that Isis is going places and Adolfo is just gonna work his retail job. From anywhere from $50 to $100 I get paid if I do a show that I put up together at a club that we normally perform at. Then we just charge a cover. It goes from 5 to 7 to 10, sometimes even more than that if we get really famous drag queens perform, like Lady Bunny. But I usually make anywhere from $50 to $100, and I think my drag mama, Lady Estrogen, definitely influenced me into performing. I always enjoy performing, no. One time I was doing a show in the city, and I got there, and I realized I had no tits, that I had forgot them. So I had to go to a dollar store and make them out of socks and a dollar bra. And that was very stressful. Another time we had to do the New Paltz Gay Pride Parade, and the women who were lesbians didn't realize that we can't stand in the sunlight for 3 hours and wait to perform, and they had put us at the end of the show, so our makeup was just melting. So I think when we got on stage, everybody thought we were Alice Cooper because that's what we looked like. I don't think it's brought me any pain at all, except for my feet, because those high heels will kill you. I don't want to be just another cookie cutter drag queen. I do like goth electro music, and I like to just get down jiggy with it. And in the beginning, I got dressed up because I thought it was fun, but when it becomes your job, it just isn't as fun anymore. But definitely, when I get dressed up, I go out to like either shock people, or I go out for publicity stunt, or I'll go out after a show and I'll still be dressed up. And I love going to straight bars, I love going to public places dressed up just for the thrill of the reaction that people have to, is it or isn't it? The benefits are definitely a plus because usually we look completely crazy and outrageous. Most clubs let us in for free. I usually never have to pay for a drink. I don't know if it's the cleavage that I made out of blush or the fact that I'm just a drag queen, but definitely a plus. Definitely my attitude. I'm more confident because I think people get confident when they are able to wear a different face. Because I have people who know me as Isis and I have people who know me as Adolfo, and most of those people don't intermingle. Like, some people who know I'm Isis don't know that I'm Adolfo. So when I'm Isis, I can do whatever I want. It is not part of my private life. When I'm Isis, I'm pretending to be another person, pretending to be an outrageous woman, comedy, comedian, dancer, performer. When I'm Adolfo, although I'm a comedian and a performer, it's different. It's actually kind of a disappointment because Isis has definitely outweighed Adolfo in popularity. I mean, there's more people that probably know who Isis is than Adolfo, and just getting a reaction from people really like throws it out there. So I'm kind of worried that Adolfo won't have a famous career and Isis will have something going on in the future. I don't know if I've been viewed as different. I've definitely lost a few friends where they feel kind of awkward being around me, especially because a lot of people like recognize me and know who I am, and a lot of people want to say hi. A lot of people think I'm cocky now, as far as like talking to people and going places. But I've definitely made new friends and different friends, and some of my friends have evolved with me, so I'm happy about that. I get to meet like transsexuals who've like gone through operations, crazy drag queens with huge wigs that are like pink and purple and green and white. Definitely an array of characters with like, I don't know how they walk on high heels that big. Maybe one day I'll be able to walk on like 9-inch heels, but that's pretty crazy. I don't think I have any regrets. I have a lot of rumors started about me. I guess that kind of affects my real life sometimes. You know, when people start rumors that you're selling drugs and performing sexual acts for tips, it's not a good thing. What would I like to change about myself? Definitely my narcissism. I think that definitely puts me out there. My sarcastic humor offends people a lot of the time when I'm trying to just joke around. I think that gets to people, so I get bitchy, I guess. I was actually in a lot of straight relationships. I don't really consider myself gay. I've just kind of decided to call myself gay because I'm in love with a man. I definitely am attracted to women. I have specific types of women that I'm attracted to. I don't think that there's a gay or straight. The only difference between a gay man and a straight man is 4 more drinks. Which is completely true, and I can prove it. No. I don't know if I'll ever be with a woman again, but it was definitely a nice experience. It was very serious, so. The first relationship I had when I first started to get dressed up and perform, he was not into it at all. He hated every little second of it, so I tortured him with it, and I chased him around the house in stockings and pantyhose. But my boyfriend that I have now, that I've been on and off with due to difficult